All right, all right. Welcome back to another community breakdown. If you're new here, my name's Christian Clay. The guests that we bring onto the show are real estate agents that are on my team and experts in their area. That's how we're able to give you these great breakdowns in multiple locations. What you're going to get, a driving tour. We're going to break it down for you so you understand the good, the bad, the ugly about everything. We're going to go over some numbers, some deals that we can possibly get you. So, you have a lot in store for you. You got to make sure that you relax, sip you some wine if hopefully you're seeing this later in the day, and ask some questions down below as well. Today we have on Miss Crystal Maddox. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. This is what, number 5 for us in this community? Yeah?
Yes, and did you see that great shot of the new school I got
I
right there at the
did
beginning?
see the great shot of the new school. In case people were like looking at me when I was talking, I'll go ahead and rewind it back a little bit. But talk to us about that.
So this is the K through 8 elementary school, middle school that we've been talking about that will be available for your kids if you move into this community um, coming in 2025. It is going to be a substitute school for some other schools that are having remodels done for this coming school year, but the next year it'll be available, K through 8.
It'll be readily available. It'll be it's going to come in clutch, right? There's not a lot of homes out here yet, but by the time it's built up, the schools that are going through their renovations will move on to their new schools or their new upgrades, and then this community will be able to utilize the school, which is very, very awesome. Um, Really quickly before we dive a little too deep into this, I just want to show everybody where we're at. Just to give everybody a quick rundown, Orlando, Tampa, Interstate I-4. A lot of people are familiar with Davenport. You probably have heard of Haines City. You probably have heard of Winter Haven. Here's Lake Hamilton right here with a lot of builders, right? If I wave this over here, there's a lot of builders. We're going to talk about one today. We actually have multiple communities with other builders. 9 minutes to a Publix. You are 20 to 35 minutes away from Posner Park. A ton of shopping there. Disney World, if I can click on it, there it is. 35 to 55 minutes. Look at that. You can even be an hour and 5 minutes depending on traffic. Orlando International Airport, 55 minutes to about an hour and a half. Something that I do want to bring up, and then the floor is yours, okay? The brewery right here on Lake Hamilton. Lake Hamilton, not a very deep lake. It's, to me, the best way I can explain this to people is it's a miniature Lake Apopka. Lake Apopka is a very shallow lake. It's not like the most boater friendly where people are skiing and such. It's very shallow, but it's a beautiful lake, gorgeous views. And there's this brewery right here. And you can't really find a lot of information on it, but I found this. This is Port 27 that's being built behind all of those gorgeous buildings. It looks like this is kind of the view that you're going to have, which is pretty cool, right?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
I think so, right? And I
I'm
also
excited about it.
found I am too. I found this little rendering here, which I don't know if it's going to look exactly like that. Here's your Lake Hamilton back here. Either way, people, I mean, you'll have like a 3 minute drive over to a gorgeous brewery right there on the lake. So, not a lot going on there now. The future's going to be bright.
Yeah, it's exciting to see them utilize the lakefront for some dining options. It's always fun
Absolutely.
to eat, sitting out looking at the water. So,
I would love for Winter Haven to do that a little more. Right? You know
yeah,
what? You know what would have hurt is they just if they just put apartments right there, just threw apartments there or some industrial. Just like, oh man, I love that. This company here is putting a brewery there. Really, really cool.
well, that was my complaint in Winter Haven behind Publix near Legoland. Instead of more restaurants and shopping and things to look out at the lake and enjoy, we've got apartments.
The
But
chain of lakes, people, like one of the most beautiful places in the world, right around the corner, right? Either way, there's still some lakefront out there that they can do some creative things to. Hopefully, yeah, apartments can drive some revenue throughout the city, and then they can focus on some other things there. Either way, let's talk about this community here. Let's break down some numbers for them.
all right, well, they're going to only have about 87 homes with this builder. We were talking about Century Complete today. I This was my first encounter with this builder coming into this neighborhood, and I was like, well, I'm going to go check them out. My first impressions were, it's a basic floor plan. I guess we'll get into the home later, but you get some nice finishes in that as for the price point of what they're doing. So I thought it was definitely worth covering for people. We're seeing prices in this neighborhood begin at 305.
Okay.
They go all the way up to about 330, depending. And there's not really a lot of extras and things that they're throwing in. So it's not like you're going to go into the model home and see the base price at 305 and then go into another home. Well, it's 330 because they added all these options at this spec, but it's pretty much what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
So it's a great, I kind of shy back from saying starter home because you
Sure.
could be retiring and you want just a simple home and a low house payment, and that's wise. And so this would be a great option for you to. The price points are great. So you have a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, all the way up to a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom. 1,477 square feet. There's another one that's about 1,409, a little bit smaller.
Okay.
The largest is just under 2,000 square feet.
Okay.
So
So they're making smaller homes a lot more affordable. From what you say, and first time that I'm dealing with this builder as well, like we together. I think we've done business with all the builders in here, so I'm glad to see that we're finally checking off this last one. So I'm interested in seeing what the tour looks like. But from what you're saying, they still have some nice finishes for the all-inclusive price point.
yes, I ended up shopping with somebody, and they are under contract now for a Century Complete home. And we compared it with a lot of other homes, but the biggest, I guess, competitor that I found for the size and price range was D.R. Horton.
Yeah.
And what you got from Century Complete, the floor plans felt larger, even though they weren't larger. Something
Hmm.
about the layout, um, the way they designed the home, it just felt larger. It felt more spacious.
Cool.
So, yeah.
Good, good.
And the
So
price
so
point was,
competing with that builder that is doing the same exact thing, right? What you see is what you get. Here's our price point. Interesting.
yeah. And in the particular community he bought in, which we're going to show you a house in next week, um, the price point was about 20,000 less than the DR Horton of comparable size. So
In the same
that makes
community.
a huge difference. Hmm.
Very, very nice. And shout out to you if you're watching. Love when our subscribers are being helped out. So Crystal did a great job. I was definitely keeping up with what was going on. So you did an excellent job with them.
Thank you. Now, this particular community in Lake Hamilton, if you needed to go this route, you can qualify for a USDA loan.
That is huge. That is huge. So potentially 0% down.
Yes. So, for people who aren't familiar with that, there are income limits for that loan that you have to meet. And, um, like everything else, it's going to have to do with your credit score and where you're at. But you can qualify based on the location for a USDA loan, which is zero down. But there is another thing that you end up paying in your monthly payment with that. It's not like you're just getting free money. There's, the PMI and different things that you
Sure.
get in your payment. So just to be upfront, you'll see something different with that loan than what you would see on a regular FHA. But this builder offers $13,500 towards your closing cost. So this would be a great option for somebody they can make the monthly payment, but they just don't have a lot of money saved up right now. This community would be a good thing to look at.
I agree.
And if you are going to qualify for FHA or a VA loan, right now for a limited time, we could get your rate down to possibly 4.875%.
Whoa. That's huge. So there's a
Mhm.
lot of possibilities with this builder right now, right? Getting the closing costs covered is awesome. We could talk a little more about what you're able to help our clients out with, but the USDA part is really cool, and I think it's going to be great for this video. There may be a lot of people that are downsizing and don't really need or can qualify for the 0% down USDA loan, but for those people who are looking to save some money and who doesn't want to do that, if you can get into it with a 0% down and, a very affordable, probably the most affordable price point in this little area here, it's a
Mhm.
huge win.
You are right. I don't know what to say to add to that, but
What's the
yes, if you fall into that category, let us know. We would love to help you.
for sure, HOA
Yeah.
CDD?
HOA is $47.58 a month, And your CDD is going to be about $203 a month. So altogether, about $250 a month. And that does include internet, cable, and access to a community pool, and
Dunzo,
possibly more
you've
as this
paid for it.
community
Yeah. Have we
grows.
heard anything about the fitness?
Not yet. I do not have an official word on that.
Are we
So
going to be the first to break that news when it comes out?
I hope so.
Yeah. We're going to just turn into news anchors on the show. Scenic Terrace, new fitness facility dropping. Okay, but there are talks or chatter about a possible fitness facility.
Yeah, it has been on some of the renderings for the community, but it is not being advertised right now. So,
Gotcha. But internet, cable, and pool, like internet and cable, $250 comes with. Huge.
yes.
Awesome. Okay. Anything else about this community before we take a home tour?
No. Let's
Cool.
go. Let's see the house.
Let's see the house. Before we do so, link in the description down below. Check your home's value. Put this together because Zillow said this. We helped our clients get this. True story. Check it out. Super easy to use. All right. Just looking at it, right? And I'm trying to compare it to a DR home, right? One of the more value builders out there. The front porch already looks more spacious, in my opinion, than a DR home.
Yeah, you don't usually get a front porch, do
You
you?
don't, yeah,
Not
you
on the
get like a
smaller
little, yeah,
homes,
exactly.
like a
You
little
get a little.
stoop.
If there was 3 people trying to escape the rain to open the door, one person would get wet in a DR home, I would say.
Right. Exactly.
Okay, what's the specs of this home, and then we'll go ahead and jump in.
Okay, so this home is called the Quail Ridge, and it has 1,666 square feet, and the base price is about 312,000 in this community.
Okay.
So we're going to see 4 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms in this home.
4 bed, 2 bath, 1,600 square foot, just over 1,600 square foot. I'm
Yeah.
interested in seeing how they fit the 4th bedroom in there. Let's do it. So front porch, we've already kind of checked that box there. I like the pillars in the front.
It's kind of a light green door, kind of a sea green,
I am the
kind
worst
of a
at
Florida
colors.
color.
Yeah, but it looks good. Okay, talk to me. Do they put LVP in their homes?
Yes, all of the specs I've seen have the L. I always want to say L. Is it LVP, right?
Yeah,
Luxury
luxury
vinyl
vinyl
plank.
plank,
Sometimes I want to
LVP.
flip it around and say LPV. So
LPV,
they all have the
PLV.
LVP flooring. And I will say the carpet, it's a plush carpet when you go into it. You know, I told you I like to feel the floor
She takes her
with my
shoes
feet.
off
It is not
and
like
rubs
a
her
rough,
feet in the carpet.
yeah, I'm going to walk barefoot through the house, but it's not like a cheap, rough carpet. And if you notice on the closet door, you have an actual door.
There's a door.
You don't have yeah,
I
all the
like
closets
that.
have real doors.
I like
So
that. Better than some of the other builders that are offering finishes in this community that do like the bifold or the sliding doors.
yeah, it's like the stuff that matters, you know? You don't
It
want to
is.
have to go buy new doors.
But check this out. This is your front bedroom. And I'm thinking value builder, right? Value builder. You
Mhm.
have 2 windows up front. I like it.
I do too. And, you know, I'm not a fan of the vents over the doors
Hmm.
instead of having the air intake, but for other homes at this price point, that is exactly what they're doing as well.
Absolutely.
So it's pretty standard, I guess.
And this looks like a standard shared bathroom up front.
Mhm.
I see granite countertops.
Yes. You get granite in the bathroom and the kitchen.
Cool.
So I think, you know, your countertops are quality, your floors are quality. As far as builder quality, I don't think you're going to see major differences
Yeah.
between them and the other builders at this price point.
Yeah. And we can
So,
still, they offer the at least the 7-year structural, right?
yes.
Good. Good. Yeah, no, I mean, look at the entryway here. That looks very inviting. Interested in seeing what this kitchen looks like.
So here's the 4th bedroom.
Okay.
3rd one that we're seeing, but would be 4th bedroom in my mind, near the garage door.
Near the garage door, which
And
is
you're
currently an office, so we're not going to go bug those people in there, right?
right.
Let's see what this closet space looks like. No, this is What did they get this floor plan? Our clients?
No, they
Okay,
did a 3-2,
cool,
hmm
very nice.
which I believe the model we're going to see next week is a
Ooh, stay
3-2. So,
tuned, people. They got a really good payment when they were comparing builders, right? Like
oh
this
yeah,
builder was able to get them. Whoa, laundry room,
yes,
1,600 square foot.
yes. And
Okay,
it's not right off the garage. You're not walking through it from the garage. So,
well, I don't see a washer and dryer in there now. I'm not complaining.
mhm.
First of all, I love this space right here. There's so much you can do. Washer and dryer is going to go there. That's a big freaking laundry room, which is needed, especially in my house. Freaking loads of laundry everywhere. All right, but no washer dryer. Talk to us.
No washer and dryer and no fridge.
Okay.
Um, it's not something that they offer. But with our client, we were able to, they did end up offering that as an
Mhm.
incentive to us.
Okay.
And it was more beneficial for him to get a little bit more than the 13,500 towards closing.
Right.
And he really likes his fridge. He really likes his washing machine. I believe they ended up accepting the dryer and they were able to get some cash instead of the appliances to go towards their closing.
Awesome. So washer, dryer, and more cash. Hey, Nux. That's to you. There you go. All right, let's take a look at the kitchen here. This reminds me of, I think it's called the Alex floor plan in DR Horton, where it's not the island, kind of like that peninsula. It's connected there, but 1,600 square foot, trying to, take care of a lot of space here. Still looks very spacious. Doesn't look crowded at all.
Yes. So where you're not going to get hardware on the cabinets,
Hmm.
which is something you can pick out and add yourself, and that's a minor expense compared to coming in and maybe changing out your bifold doors, or you've got cheap countertops that you want to put granite in.
Right.
So to me, buy your hardware. The sink faucet's a little maybe out of date. I would
Hardware
think
you
I'd
can
like
get
to
on
see.
Amazon for a really freaking good price. Like the
Yeah,
hardware in my house was from Amazon.
yeah, the things you would maybe want to replace are not the things that are going to take a lot of cash out of your pocket. So,
But and usually we tell that to people. Obviously, it applies to everything when you're buying a new home. But usually we're telling people like beat your countertops up. It's for mica. Like don't go crazy or tear up the carpet. Like look at this. It already comes, you know, good. I mean, I would love to have these countertops and this flooring.
yeah. And one
So,
thing he liked about the floors is they weren't just straight gray floors or just a straight brown floor. They had different colors mixed in. There was different size in the planks.
yeah,
So it was a pretty floor. I
absolutely.
mean, I would put it in my home. It's a pretty floor.
That's really really cool. I love to see that. Here's your pantry. Perfect pantry for me. 1,600 square foot, focusing on affordability here. 4.2 star Century. Keep it up. It's a good pantry.
Yeah, you can't really complain about the storage in this house.
No.
In any of the models I've been in, they have good closet space, even those smaller homes.
Yeah. 1,600 square foot. It doesn't feel
And
like 1,600 square foot. I was a little skeptical at first, and we haven't even seen the primary yet.
yeah, covered lanai.
Huge.
Hmm.
Good size. So it's actually a good size.
Yeah, that's a king size bed.
Yeah. One window, but I mean, what could you do? You have the covered lanai over there, right? Like you can't run two windows with the covered lanai so close by. Maybe.
It's behind, but
Okay.
it's plenty of light. It looks good.
Yeah, for sure. Big space. So his and hers. You have your shower. You
Mhm.
can add your own door in there if you want to. Utilize the curtains. Let's see this
And
closet
I'm finding
space.
some people prefer to have a curtain. They like that decorative element to be able to change out the curtain, add some color to the room. So
Are you a curtain gal,
I
or do
like the
you
doors.
you like the
I
door?
like
This
the
the
doors.
door.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your favorite door in the industry? Oh yeah, you said it the other day. You like the black trim.
I do like the black trim right now. It's
You
kind
know
of
who
on trend, I guess, but I like
Seasons
it.
does a lot of that.
Yeah, I'm the kind of person if I have to shop for a shower curtain for one of the other bathrooms that doesn't have glass doors, It takes me forever. It's like choosing a phone case or something. I obsess over it, and it has to be
Yeah.
just the right one. And
That's why I just go with the dullest colors out there. I'm just like, give me a black one or a gray one.
yeah, I don't want a big pattern or something crazy.
Man, good size closet. So I'm assuming this is like the linen space if you want it to be that.
Yes.
But good size closet. And I believe you inside of the garage you'll have attic space as well. So if you're somebody that has Christmas trees or seasonal decorations here in Florida, depending on where you're coming from, we do a lot of storage in your attic or your garage space. You have a 2-car garage. So sometimes people turn their garage, they convert those things into freaking gyms, play areas, and they don't even park the car in the garage.
That's right. So
Really
with
cool.
this builder, if you wanted, say you saw this house and you say I want it, what we'll do is we would go on their website. You click a link, you fill out an application. There's a $95 fee, and it is refundable if you're not approved, but they go ahead
Hmm.
and send that to their lender, and you work on your approval. Within a couple of days, we will get an email um, requesting the rest of your deposit. So at that point, your deposit, if you were doing an FHA loan, your deposit would be, I think it's like 1,095. I have
But
it
not
written.
not the full 3.5 though.
Yeah, 1,905. So
Good. I
that
love to
would
see
get
that.
plus that 95, you'd be at $2,000 down.
Love to see
So
that. That is a great
mhm.
deposit. That's like on par with the resale side, roughly. Maybe a little less, but like right on par with the resale side.
Yes, if you're using an outside lender, you have to do a $4,000 down deposit, and you're not going to get the closing cost assistance and stuff from them. So
Yeah.
we would work with you to help you get approved with their lender
Hmm.
so you can get all the incentives. And, of course, that comes off your down payment, that $2,000. If you have to put 3.5% down, then that is going to come off of that.
Yeah.
And you'll go into underwriting. It's a very user friendly process, which I like. And I've gotten great communication from the company.
Yeah.
So,
Good. I like that. So you're the first person to enlighten us, including myself, on this particular builder. I can't lie. I was a little skeptical. Because of the price points, right? I'm like, okay, what could they do to like cut corners to save money? And it looks like these are people that are much like us. Like we love to invest into the company to make it nice, make it, user friendly for people. So I
mm-hmm.
really, really love to see it. And maybe after we close, we can give a full review of this builder and, let you know how the entire process was. So
All
great
right.
job. Great job. Okay. Anything else that we need to relay to the people about this builder?
Just know that if you're going in to see a sales rep and you're not working with a realtor, or you haven't started working with us yet, there's going to be something missing from your process because we can be there with you to walk you through everything. There's going to be some days, these reps that I've noticed with all the companies, they have so much training within their company and stuff they have to do all the time. They're always on phone calls, they're always in meetings, and it can be difficult
Missed you there for
to
a
get.
second.
Okay, I'm
So,
back.
so go ahead. Yeah. So say it can be difficult. Well, you don't have to say it can be
It
difficult.
can be difficult to get a hold of somebody. And when you're going through the process, it can be really stressful.
Yeah.
And you're worried about, are you going to get that final approval on your loan? Did I upload the right document? We're here to help you with all of that and be there to just, coach you through. If you can't get a hold of your salesperson, you always have us when you work with us.
We are on
We
your
will
side.
contact them. We will get
Yeah.
through and get the answers for you. And we've worked with builders so much that a lot of times we're just getting more and more familiar with them, and we're already going to know the answers before you even have to
Yep.
call them. So,
Yep. And we're on your side. I mean, are you relocating? A lot of people that are relocating, like you said, it's stressful just to be able just to pack up and sell and move jobs and do all of those things, right? And so if you're going to buy another large asset like a home, buying directly from the builder is, you got to make sure you have somebody that's on your side, and that's what we do. There's a lot of questions and things that pop up, and like Crystal said, the amount of experience that we already have. A lot of times we can answer those questions for you up front. A lot of times we negotiate things for you. So I would say that it's always in your best interest to have somebody on your side. maybe once or twice a year, we'll get somebody that will reach out to us and just say, I know what I want. I know what I'm getting. I'd love for you to be there. And they don't, they don't really want us to do any negotiating with them. But the other people, which is a lot of, deals that we do, that we help people with, most of the time they always want us to answer questions for them and help them out. And, whether it's the lending process, which could be big, there's a lot of numbers flying around, or the inspections, which are huge. Had an inspection the other week. Like, we had to fight to get the builder to finish something. It happens all the time, So that's what we're here for. All right. I guess that is it. I'm impressed. I give them, for the price points, for the finishes that they have, for the level of builder that they are, I'm going to give them a B plus A. I'm going to give them A. I'm impressed with them. I really am. So if you or anybody else is interested in, making the move, making the purchase in the area, my team and I would love to assist you with that. Got everything floating up above in the description down below. Thank you for joining us, Miss Crystal, but we'll catch everybody on the next one.
Have a great day.